So let's talk about how much I made with my side hustles in 2022. So if you guys didn't know, I do have some side hustles like photography and videography to supplement my income. And on top of that, I do have some investment in stocks and crypto, but that's for a whole new video, and you can do a review on how much I have and how much I earn from there. So right now I have 3 main side hustles, which are photography, videography, and YouTube. So starting with the side hustles that pays the least, it will be YouTube. And contrary to what many people think, earning money on YouTube is actually kinda tough unless you are full-time creating content on YouTube. So for me, YouTube is something like I do to distress and to track my experiences, my learnings, my earnings, and to see how much I'm progressing or losing over the years. So I started my channel back in 2018 when I was traveling and working in New Zealand, but then in 2019 when COVID hit, which pretty much put the world at stop.
And the world stops.
So with the additional time I had on my hands, I started investing and constantly posted videos since then. And 3 years in, I've got about $1,000 a year for all the videos I've done. And if you ask me, I think the ROI isn't the greatest because of the equipment I own, but we'll explain that in a later part of the video. So in 2022, YouTube got me $1,263.52 in ad revenue, which isn't really amazing, but the extra money is always good money and no one complains about that. So divided by 12, this comes out to roughly $100 a month. And I do not get a lot of brand deals in 2022 because I scaled down in video production to make more time for my day job. But some challenges that I face with YouTube is the time needed to do your scripting, your filming, and also your editing, which can come up to 4 to 6 hours for a complete video. So 4 videos a month is roughly 24 hours a month, and roughly $4 a month for $100 a month, if that makes sense. Granted that these videos will still continue to earn me some revenue over time as long as it's on YouTube, so I think it's a pretty okay trade-off to spend a little bit more time now and to consistently get income even after the video is done like a year later. So next up, we have photography. So I partner with a friend to do Airbnb experiences where we take photos of people visiting Singapore or sometimes even locals who just want some photos taken. So per photo session, I earn roughly $100 for a 2-hour session, and I started this back in August 2022. And from September all the way to November, where I got a few jobs, I did roughly 13 different sessions, which net me about $1,300 after the fees and all the profit sharing. So this isn't one of the easiest side hustle to do because you need to have some passion and also to have some skill to take beautiful pictures that people want. And one of the biggest challenges that I had with this side hustle is the walking. So on average, every session that I did, I walked roughly 20,000 to 25,000 steps in that 2-hour time span, and it can be really tiring with all the gears that you have. So I treat it a little bit like exercise and to do what I love doing, and at the same time I get to meet people and to share experiences with them as well. So taking photos is the easy part of the job, and if the photos are taken nicely, the second part, which is the editing, is much easier. But sometimes because of how the weather is, we might not get the best lighting for the photo, and if there are too many tourists, we cannot get the clean shot. But we always try to take nice pretty photos that people can keep as a lasting memory. So lastly, we got videography, which brings me the most money from all my side hustles. So back before COVID and after New Zealand, I was working in a video production house which made corporate videos for clients, and it was there that I picked up some skills in filming, some skills in editing, which is sort of transferable to what I do right now. So across 2022, we did quite a few projects that I cannot remember off the top of my mind, but in total it brought in roughly $18,000 in revenue. But I do not earn the full $18,000 because there's manpower cost, there is rental of studios, and there's transportation costs as well. So after taking away all the costs, I get roughly 50 to 60% in profits, or roughly $9,000. And this is for work that I'm doing, like the planning, the scripting, the coordinating, the booking of studios, the hiring of manpower, and the purchasing of different types of equipment. So the job is pretty okay, the job is pretty fun if you enjoy it, but it can be kind of tiring as well. So in total for 2022, my side hustles got me roughly estimated of $12,000 of income, or roughly $1,000 a month. So before you guys go and say, wow, earn so much, I need to start my own side hustle too, you got to keep in mind that there are things to consider before starting your own side hustle. So you might see me earning additional income, but it comes at a cost of time, which means I'm working on weekends and sometimes even editing or planning for videos till late in the evening after my day job. Or sometimes I will have to apply leave to do my side hustles, which means less holiday time for me and my loved ones. And then there is the cost of equipment as well, which I think I'm overspending quite a bit. So the camera that we are shooting on right now for this video, the lens and the body is about $5,000. The mic that we are using right down here is about $300, and then the light down there is about $200. We have another light down here, which is another couple $100. So if you think about it, you're spending like roughly $6,000, $7,000, maybe $8,000 on your whole setup. But the YouTube revenue that I only get is less than a quarter of it. And to be honest, sometimes I do have the occasional thought of just selling everything away and then just dump everything into stocks, because those stocks or those ETFs that I invest in will pay me a dividend for me doing nothing much. So I might be a little bit lucky and privileged here, because the things that I do enjoy doing, like taking photos, doing videos, this allows me to use the same pieces of equipment that I have for my YouTube studio right now to use for my client's job as well. So let's talk about the downsides of my side hustles and what is in for 2023. So unfortunately for me, the side hustles that I do are not really stable, and sometimes you get a couple of projects in a month and then you get nothing for the next half of the year. So something I want to try and do in 2023 is to upload and sell stock footage or pictures, which might be a pretty cool way of earning income, because as I'm out shooting all these projects, I could always just take a few extra pictures, a few extra video clips, and I could put it online for sale. So granted that all those require people to purchase as well, but it's a way for me to slowly improve my skills in taking videos or even taking photographs. So at the end of the day, side hustles is a good way to earn additional income, but there are some sacrifices that need to be made to earn the additional income to pay bills, to invest, or even to go on a holiday. So I hope this video has given you some motivation, or could give you some motivation to start your very own side hustle, because inflation isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. And then who will reject additional income? So we'll greatly appreciate if you could drop us a little like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications if you haven't. And as always, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you in the next one.